My dear students of grade 8, once again I welcome you all to my English class. We are at unit number 19, students. It is the last unit of your syllabus, your textbook, that we are going to discuss and study. Before discussing its reading part 1, let's do some its pictures here. Look at the pictures and report what these people are saying. Here are some picture students and some statements are here. First you have to look at the picture, then you have to make a report and what these people are saying. Here in the first picture we can see a patient and a doctor. It's very clear a doctor is giving injection to patient and now and then we have to make a report of the statement. This will sting a bit. Now patient says that that would sting a bit. This is how we can make a report here. And the second picture is a boy standing, a school boy carrying a bag, and he's ready. He's a school boy, and then how would you make a report? And boy says that he won't, he won't go to school. Tomorrow will change into next day and following day, and he would not go to school next day. And the third one is two-person standing. They are meeting at a place and they are introducing themselves. And my name is Nirman. What's your name? And how the second person is will report here. He will say he says that what his name was. Okay, this is how we make a report here. And there will be no English class no tomorrow. A girl here is girl, and how we can make report here. And there would be no English class following day. This is all we can make here report after looking the picture. It's all about your all the picture students, and now it's time to do its reading first. Uh, we have questions here again. Where do birds make their nest? And the second one is, do you think our surroundings play a role in shaping who we are? The first question, students, where do birds make their nest? Students, birds often make their nest under the tree leaves, or under the branch, tree branches. Sometimes they make their nest inside the tree holes, and sometimes often we can see the nest under rocks also. Second question here, do you think? Yes, of course, our surrounding, in our surrounding there are many factors, such as upbringing, cultures are here, geographic locations and life experiences. They all greatly influence our personality, so that our surroundings play a vital role in shaping our personality or our individual perspective. Everything it plays an vital role for an individual. That's why we can say our surrounding has very important, and to make someone personality good or bad. It's all about your question and answer, and we'll now move to its text. Here we have text, students. A Tale of Two Birds is the title of the text here, and it's a story, or it's a tale means story of two birds that we are going to discuss here in this video today. And here we start now. Once upon a time, there lived a bird and her two newly hatched nestling in a forest. Nestling is means baby birds, newly born bird is called nestlings. And once upon a time, students, there lived a bird, and he had given birth to baby birds nestling in a forest, and they had a nest in a tall steady tree where the mother birds took care of her little one day, once day and night. And He had a nest in a forest, and there, day and night, he used to care. He used to take care of these those baby birds day and night. One day there was a big storm. There was thunder, lightning, and rain. Thunder means, students, it's a loud noise after the thundering, after the lightning. You must have heard when we feel lightning, then after a noise come, loud noise come after the lightning. That is the thunder. One day, what happened? There was a big storm came. Okay, there came a big storm, and there was thundering all around, and lightning, and raining heavily. The wind blew down many trees. Because of that heavy thunder, many trees fell down. The tree tall tree the tall tree in which the birds lived also fell down. The tree in which the birds were staying or living was in it fell down because of that heavy storm. A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the mother bird. Unfortunately, students, what happened in that storm, because of that falling tree, and the mother bird, he was killed. And it was very unfortunate to both of you know baby birds. Unfortunately, the nestling were not killed, but yes, they were lucky. And both the baby birds were not killed, they were saved. And it blew them away to the other side of the forest. They were not killed. Instead, they were taken away, or they were blown away, to the new place, because of the wind. One of them came down near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. Okay, two birds were there. One of them, who fell down, were near a cave where a gang. Robbers means burglar, bad people. Burglar. It's a robber, and where they lived. One bird fell down there near a cave, and the second one is, the other landed outside a hermitage, is a shelter where an old culture hermit resides, mean living. Students, one bird fell down near where gangs of robbers were living, and the other birds that fell outside, and where hermitage and old culture hermits, sadhus. You must have seen sadhus, and who was living there. And both places were close to each other. But both the places were very close to each other, where you know they have fallen. Days passed, and the nestlings become big birds. Yes, as the days were passing, and both the birds became, they were growing up, and they had become big birds. One day, the king of the country came to the forest for hunting. One day, students, there was a king, and who came for hunting in the forest, where two birds were living there. He saw a deer and rode after it. It ran deep into the forest, followed by the king. And when the king entered into the forest, and there he saw a deer, then he go after that deer to kill that and to hunt that. It ran deep into the forest, followed by the king. But the deer was very fast, and he ran away. And the king was following that. King was going after that deer. Soon the king lost his way. On Very soon, students, he was following the he was going behind that deer. And during that time, he lost his way. He could not come out of the forest because he did not know where he was. And as the king lost his way, and he was not able to come out from that dense forest, and he was unconscious, he was not able to find out any way to come out from that forest. He rode on for a long time till he came to the other side of the forest. He was keep he started keep moving and going for a long time in that forest, but he still did not find any way. And very tired, he felt very tired. He got off his horse and sat down under a tree that stood near a cave. After feeling very tired, the king he got off his horse and he sat down there under a big tree, and there he start taking rest near a cave. Suddenly he heard a voice cry out. What happened, students? So when he was taking rest, the king was taking rest, he heard a voice, sudden voice, quick, hurry up, here there is someone under the tree. And a voice came. Yes, he heard, the king heard the voice. Hurry up, there is someone under the tree. Come and take his jewels and his horse. And come and take his jewels and his horse. Hurry up, and else he will slip away. Do fast, otherwise he will slip away. He would slip away. And do fast and come and take the jewels and the horse. Jewels are some ornaments, gold ornaments. It's the jewelries. The king was amazed, but the king was surprised. He looked up and saw a big brown bird on a tree which was sitting. What he saw, king saw that he saw up in the tree, and he saw a big bird up in the tree, and which was brown in color, and he was sitting there. And the wicked is immoral, a bird said the king, where are you going? And that bird said king, where the king was going, he was heard faint noise issuing from the cave. And he was also feeling the noise coming out from the cave. He quickly got onto his horse and rode away as fast as he could. But the king quickly he got onto his horse, and he moved from away from there as soon as he could. One of the robbers saw the king and said, but unfortunately, one robber saw the king and stopped. Where are you going? I'll kill you with my sword. The king was brave. And one of the robber who was, threatening the king to kill with his sword, but but the king was very brave king, and he stopped and picked up his bow. Bow is a kind of a weapon, students, with the thread which were used in, you have seen in Ramayana and Mahabharata. It's a bow, in Dhanush. It's like a bow. Took an arrow and targeted the robber, and then he targeted with arrow is it's iron stick, and with the bow and target the he started to attack the robber. The king said, come and fight with me. And the king challenged that robber, come and fight with him. Then the robber went into the forest to call his gang. But the robber was very clever, and he went to the forest to call their people, call their gang. Since the robbers were more in numbers, the king decided not to mess with them, to rode swiftly away. Mess means to fight with them, to but the king was very clever, and he thought that there is I think it's useless to fight with them, and that's why he decided not to fight with the robbers. That's why he moved from there. Soon the king reached a safe place. So very soon, king arrived at the safest place. It was a tranquil place. It's a peace place, students. The surroundings were beautiful. There was beautiful surrounding over there, and there was a hermitage. There was a shelter also. The king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in his shed. Then king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in a shed, and suddenly he heard a gentle voice announce, welcome to the hermitage, sir, please go inside and rest. Suddenly the king heard again the voice, like welcoming, welcome to hermitage, sir, please go inside and rest. And Someone was offering him to come inside and take rest. The hermit will be back soon, and that hermit will be back soon. There is some cold water in pot. There is some cold water in pot. Please go inside and make yourself comfortable. The king looked up and saw a big brown bird in the tree. The king saw the same bird, a big bird, brown bird in the tree. He was amazed. Then he again surprised. He was surprised and amazed. This one looks like the other bird outside the cave, he said to himself aloud. Then king started talking himself that I had seen just that same bird somewhere else outside, but here again the same bird is here. Then he was surprised and he was amazed. You are right, sir, said the king bird. Yes, said the king bird. The bird said, you are right, sir. He is my brother, but he had made friends with robbers. Then that bird said that that bird was also my brother, and he had made friends with robbers. Now he talks as they do. Now he was following the robbers, and he did what their friend the robbers say. He doesn't talk to me anymore. Just then the hermits entered the hermitage. Welcome, sir, the hermit said to the king. Please come inside and make yourself comfortable. Then hermit says he welcomed the king, and he told the king to come inside and have some comfortable rest. And you look tired, rest for a while, then you can share my food. And then he can share my food. And then he was offering the king food and shelter. The king told the hermit that story of two birds and how each had behaved differently through they looked so alike. Students, what happened in the last then the king told the hermit that the story of two birds and how each have behaved differently. He was surprised and amazed why these two birds are behaving differently as they look like same. The forest is full of surprise, he said. Then the hermit, that sadhu, said that it's full of surprise, and the holy man smiled, and the holy man smiled and said to the king, after all, one is known by company one keeps. Yes, it is a proverb. Then he said to the king that one is known by the company he keeps. The bird has always heard the talk of robber. That bird had always followed and the robbers, and he always heard the talk of the robbers. That's why he started copying them and talks about robbing people. That's why he became like that. This one had repeated what he has always heard, and he welcomes people to the hermitage. Now come inside and rest. I will let you more about this place and these birds. Students, but what happened? Two birds, both are brothers, but one was behaving in different way and other is in different way. That's why all is, I think, one is known by the company he keeps. It's a story about the birds, a tale of two bird students, and we learn from the story that we must have good company, and one always is known by the good company, and the one he keeps. It's all about your story, students. With that, I'm going to finish this chapter today. I'll be back very soon with its exercises. Till then, see you in the next video.